Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far, and welcome to today's video, which is going to be a classic Will I Buy It, where I'm going to be sharing all the new and upcoming makeup releases and my thoughts on them and whether or not I'm going to be buying them and why. Or why not so much? As always, I would like to credit these Instagram makeup accounts, which is where I become aware of such releases before anybody else. They always have the tea, the makeup news, the new releases, new products, before you've even remembered you're alive in the morning. For me, that happens approximately 8:01. So without further ado, let's crack on, shall we? First up, we've got this new eyeshadow palette from Wayne Goss. I'm really struggling with a decision here, which is not like me. I'm pretty cutthroat. I'm usually yes, yes, gimme, 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 or no thank you. What the heck is that? That's kind of the two usual fences that I climb over. But this one, I'm just not quite sure. The swatches look beautiful. I like that it's giving me cool tones because we are like bereft of cool tones in the spring and summer. No one wants to give us cool tones. Everything becomes very, very warm. Some of us like the cools and the neutrals. Even in the summer. I know, a revolutionary. This looks very, very beautiful. The swatches look nice. That shimmer is speaking to me, but it looks quite similar to his previous palette. This to me looks like the cool toned sister of Imperial Topaz. Imperial Topaz was like his classic warm toned £6 palette. And this looks like the cool toned sister. It does speak to me now. I'm looking at the picture of it and thinking, I can get on board with this. I love that Wayne has dropped the black shadow because everyone just said we don't want it in every palette and we don't need it. And so he got rid of it. And we love a brand and a person who listens to their customers' benefit. I'm looking at you. But this is definitely not a colour story that I really need in my life. And it's not really helpful for me to review brands that are only available on Beautylish because they take a couple of weeks to get here. So I'm on the fence. I think for me, this is going to be a wait for review. I want to see this on the eye. I want to see people using it, and then I'll make my final decision. I'm definitely on the fence with this one is what I'm saying. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's beautiful, but it's not something I don't already have colour story wise. And I don't know if I need it or not. I feel like the answer is maybe, I don't need it. Let's be honest, I don't need it. Do I want it or not? I'm not 100% sure, but I'll stop blathering on about it now. And I'll tell you my final answer is I'm waiting for review. Next up, this Tartlette Tubing Mascara. Now, this has been a roller coaster of feelings and emotions for me over the last few weeks. Bit dramatic, I understand you, but that's how it's been. Okay, I can't lie. This is available on QVC. Initially, just based off of this image that I'm showing you right now for your eyeballs, I was excited about this. I felt like the wand, the brush, it looked nice. It looked like it was up my street. It looked like it was going to give me the lashes of dreams that I like. I like the packaging. I've had a couple of nice experiences with Tarte recently. Couple of wins. Tubing mascaras. I don't really care, honestly, if a mascara is tubing or otherwise. It's frankly none of my business. But I know from previous reviews that I've done that a lot of you guys live for a tubing mascara. I don't really understand it. I don't really know. I think is it easier to remove? Is that what the jam is? Is that the tea? I don't know. But a lot of you guys get down for a tubing mascara. So when I saw this, I was excited and I was immediately all in. I'm buying it. I'm having it. And then I went to QVC to buy it. Obviously, that's what you do. And I read the reviews. Now, I do like to take reviews, especially like online ones, with a pinch of salt, because obviously not everything is for everybody. Not everyone's going to like everything that I like, and vice versa, especially mascara. Like no other product, mascara is divisive, okay? Some people want a very natural one, some people want waterproof, some people want huge big fat lashes. That's me. Some people love the spidery look, a clumpy lash. Other people would rather shave their eyelashes off than have a clump. It's horses for courses. But these were so bad, and there were so many that were so bad, that it fully put me off buying it. And so I haven't, is what I'm saying to you. I now think I will pass on it because I'm not in the business of buying stuff that I like suspect to be like awful. But again, I am here for you guys. And if you are really, really excited and interested in this, please let me know in the comment section down below and I'll take one for the team because that's my favorite thing to do. Well, it's not. It's probably like my top 20 things that I like to do. But like I'm always telling you, it's my job to waste my money on useless products so you don't have to. That's the deal here. So if that's what you want me to do, I'll do it. But I'm warning you, feedback is mixed, to say the least. Next up, let's talk about this Mini Midnight Voyage palette from Pat McGrath. Now, I initially thought this was not going to be a problem. This was going to be none of my business because it didn't seem like it was going to be available in the UK. I thought initially this is a Sephora exclusive because it came to Sephora before it came to Pat's website. So I thought, oh, this is some kind of Sephora exclusive. Fine. I'll save my money then if you don't want it. That's what I thought to myself. And then it popped up on Pat's website. So now we can all get it. Isn't that generous? I won't say I was overly excited by this. It's a small little mini 6-pan eyeshadow palette. But I mean, if you have a lot of her palettes, this certainly didn't look like revolutionary, something I don't already have from the brand. And then the reviews started to come in. First of all, this is like the size of like makeup for babies or makeup for dolls. I don't know. It's small is what I'm saying to you. That's the summary. It's a teeny weeny, about yay big, teeny weeny it's small. Okay. You get it. Now that's not an issue. It's a very reasonable price point, $29. It's, I say reasonable for Pat McGrath, you understand. There's scales to cost. But yeah, $29, obviously a lot less than a Mothership palette, for example, or even one of her quads, her usual quads, which can be very, very pricey. So I like this for a certain consumer. If you have never tried Pat McGrath before and you would like to try her eyeshadows at a much, much, much lower price point than most of all of her other palettes, let's be fair, this is a great opportunity to do that. If you have ever bought a Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette before, I would pass, which is what I'm doing. This is all repeat shades apart from one, which is the bronzy shade, which is, don't tell me you don't have a palette from Pat McGrath that's got a bronzy shade in it, because you'll be fibbing. That's a fib. And you and I both know exactly what it is, you fibber. Don't try to blow smoke up my bottom. So yes, all 5 of the other shades in here are repeat shades. I think there's some from Divine Rose too, and then there was one from Subversive, but regardless, we've got these all. If you have a few palettes from Pat McGrath, you already own these exact same shadows, so you know what to do, and I will be passing on it for that reason. I think that this is perfect if you want to try the brand for the first time, because these are nice shadows. You get a mixture of formulas, you've got mattes and shimmers. I think it'd be a great first try of the brand for a much smaller investment, but it's not for me. I don't need it. Next up, we're going to talk about this because I have to talk about this with you guys, and that's this cheese scented nail polish. I'm tired. This is by Nails Inc and this is a collaboration, and it's 2 nail polishes that smell of cheese. And the names are La Dolce Velveeta and Finger Food, and I cannot think of anything more disgusting. Maybe cheese scented eyeshadow. Maybe if Too Faced came out with, they do their scented eyeshadow palettes, if they did a cheese themed one, that would be worse. But outside of that, imagine you're just going about your day and you're eating or you're doing your makeup, and every time you move your hand, you're getting a pungent whiff of cheese. I just want to know who came up with this and why did you? Why? Who asked for that? Here's the thing, I love a bit of cheese. I love the cheese, okay? All of the cheese, not blue cheese. That's disgusting. All of the other cheeses, I'm a big fan of cheese. I love it. I specifically don't want my hands to smell of cheese. If I'm sometimes making something with cheese, I've grated some cheese, I've done a cheese board, the first thing I want to do after I've consumed it all is wash my hands to get the cheese smell off. The last thing in my life I want to do is paint cheese smell on my fingers. I think you've probably discerned that it's a no from me, but please let me know if this is like all your dreams come true somehow in the comment section down below. I'm desperate to know who this is for because it's not for me. Next up, let's have a look at these Vieve face palettes. These have been out a little while now. I'm so sorry for the delay. But in my defense, I was on holiday when they came out. So, you know, I'm catching up still. But there are two different shades of these and they appear to be a bronzer, two blushes and a highlight. Is that right? Is that correct? Yes, it is. And Vieve already have bronzers out. I've never tried them, but I have seen they are quite popular. Lots of people really like them. I feel like Vieve is a really underrated brand. I think the reason I passed on these, and I have passed on them, is just that I just don't need a face palette. And because I was late to the game, by the time I got back from holiday, they had been out for like a good week and a bit, if not longer. Who can imagine that? So they just didn't excite me enough to kind of pick them up late, regardless of whether I was going to review them or not, just for my own purposes. I was like, you know, I don't need these. I've got currently bronzers, blushes and highlights coming out of my ears, oh my. You know, so I like the packaging. I like Vieve as a brand. I love Jamie. I think she's like literally one of my favorite creators on the platform for yonks. Donkey's years. She's been a favourite of mine, but I am not in the business, and I always say this, of buying products just because I like the person behind them. I need more than that. Maybe that makes me a horrible person. I don't know. But I just ultimately wasn't excited enough, didn't feel like these were unique enough or special enough for me to buy them when I was late to the party. Next, let's talk about the Fenty Swirl. What are these called? Swirl Bronze Shimmer Powders. I'm quite confused about these because when I first saw these, like the sneak peek pictures of the product, I thought these are glowy bronzers and I was like excited about it. First of all, the packaging reminds me, it looks like a MAC limited edition collection from a couple of years ago, as does the product actually. It reminds me of like MAC limited edition all day long. But that's not a problem. That's fine. I'm all right with it. But these like looked, and they were called bronze shimmer powders. I was thinking glowy bronzer for summer, and I was in. I was like, yes, okay, I'm there, give it. And then I saw swatches, and now I'm a bit confused because if anyone's doing a shade range right, it's Fenty, okay? They changed the game with their foundation range when they first came out, and they've been giving us shades galore ever since. So this obviously clearly is not a bronzer because otherwise there would be more shades of it. That's number one. I also don't think these shades are really bronzing very many people, if any, in fact, because both shades are pretty light. They're very gold and very, very shimmery, very shimmery. So these now actually, it transpires, are not for me. I'm not going to be picking these up. If anything, these are a highlight or like a shimmering body glowing situation, of which, you know, I steer well clear of because it's a step too far for me. I'm very lazy. Anything extra is a no from me. But yeah, I don't know. I still don't really understand what these are. Maybe they're like a sort of all-in-one bit of glow, bit of colour to the cheeks, but again, not for everybody, not for many people, which is unlike Fenty. So yeah, I feel like these are just a little bit neither here nor there. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with it. And yeah, it's a no. We might as well stay with Fenty while we're here. They also have this new lip oil, the Cherry Treat Conditioning and Strengthening Lip Oil. Ultra hydrating, non-sticky formula, strengthens lips moisture barrier in just 1 week for softer, more kissable lips. I mean, you had me at rude. You had me at cherry, okay? Cherry is a scent I can get on board with, unlike cheese. I mean, like I said, the smell of cheese, if it's going on my toast, is a different story. Cheese on my fingers is a no. Cherry smell on my lips, however, is a yes. Who doesn't love a bit of cherry? As soon as I heard the word cherry and I saw the cherry juiciness. Yes, please. So I am going to pick this up. I haven't really heard a lot about it. I did see Morgan Turner saying that she really liked it. It's not like it's going to do a lot as far as colour or anything like that, but I feel like this is what we want and need, or it's what I want. Sorry, how rude of me to speak for you. I'm so sorry. It's what I want, okay? Cherry, juicy, shiny, glossy, moisturised, hydrated lips with a little kick of a cherry colour in the summer. Yes, please. Although, is it going to attract wasps? Is my concern. But yes, I definitely want to give this one a try. I just feel like less is more in summer in lots of ways, but lips especially, something nice and comfortable with a bit of colour and some shine on the lips. I'm here for it. And I think I'm excited to smell the cherries also, so that's a bonus. Next, we have a new product from Olaplex. A new product from Olaplex just coming out my ears right now. I got a sample actually of the new number 9. Haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited to. Their samples of that number 9 are just going out willy-nilly at the moment. I see them everywhere. So I would highly recommend, if you've got a purchase from Space NK, Cult Beauty, among others, definitely plump for a number 9 sample if you've got the option, because I think it's getting great reviews. So I'm excited to give that one a proper try. The clarifying shampoo I'm less excited about. I feel like I love the original number 4 shampoo. I really like that one, and I feel like that is clarifying enough. I feel like it does a great job of removing build-up and everything else, and my hair has never been cleaner. I'll say that right, not now, because it's actually probably never been filthier than it is like right now. But once I've washed it, it's never been cleaner than it's been before. I just don't feel like the need for this one, but I understand it. Lots of people need, want, and love a good clarifying shampoo, so that's fine. I'm not rushing out to buy it. I've been thinking about, while we're on the subject, of trying the purple shampoo from Olaplex now that I've got some like highlights in the hair and I'm letting my grey grow through. I'm thinking of getting involved in the purple one. What do we think? I don't know why I was expecting you to answer me. I'll read the comments. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to try the clarifying one unless suddenly everyone's telling me it's a million times better than the original, which I highly doubt. Then it's a pass. I don't like change, okay? I'm going to stick to what I know and maybe mix a bit of the purple one into it. But that's about as wild as I get. Next up, we've got a new concealer coming from Too Faced. This is the... Bear with. No, I don't know if I can read. What does that say? Something light. I can't read it. I'm just going to have to give up on that one. But it looks, just from the tube and the fact that I'm pretty confident I can see the word light on here, I think this is going to be a light concealer. I am so clever. So obviously Too Faced have their super coverage concealer. That one is very high, full coverage and comes in a ginormous brick of a component. This one's smaller, sleeker. I think it says the word light. What I'm determining from this detective work is that this is probably going to be a more sort of lightweight, less maybe medium coverage concealer for those who don't want to do full beat, full glam with their ginormous wand of a beast that already exists in their collection. I don't know if this is the full shade range, but it definitely doesn't look, in fact, yes, on Trend Mood it says 18 shades, which I think is less than their existing concealer, which is disappointing. But again, I guess maybe if it's less high coverage, maybe the shades are more flexible. I'm not sure. Very little information about this so far. So far, I'm not excited about it. So far, I don't have great high expectations. I feel like, again, Too Faced is one of these brands that's it's kind of lost its way a little bit. I feel like they're slipping down the rankings. They used to be like a really exciting brand that every release that they came out with, everyone was getting it, everyone was excited for it. And now I feel like they've lost their way a little bit. We're less excited for their new releases, and this is like neither here nor there for me. I just can't get excited about it. I don't know why. It's just not a brand that I trust to wow me with their quality. But again, this would be a wait for review for sure. There's every chance that this could be revolutionary, amazing concealer, and I'm willing to wait and see what we think. Let me know again if you would like me to review this one, if you are really excited about this one and you want to see how it performs on me. I am but a mere employee to your demands, so please hit me up if this is like something you need to see me use. But for my own personal thoughts and opinions, I'm like, I don't know, thank you. And next up we have this Tom Ford Soleil Eye and Cheek palette. This is going to be probably limited edition, we can only assume. This is from Tavia at Chic Profile Official. She has the first look at this palette. This looks gorgeous to me, okay? I'm not fully sure what's going on with the eyeshadows. The colour story there is confusing, but the gold, that looks nice. The blush and the highlight. I wanted to try these palettes from Tom Ford is his name. I've wanted to try these last time when they brought out several of these, you know, blush, highlight and eyeshadow compacts, and I never managed to because they literally took about 6 months to come to the UK, and then all 4 shades never arrived. We got like 1 or 2 thrown our way a year after the rest of the world, and by that time I didn't want them anyway, so that'll teach you, Thomas. That's right, I'll full name you. This one looks beautiful. I still want to try this. I still feel like I don't know and like I haven't tried enough Tom Ford. Foundations, yes please. Primer, amazing. Cheek products, eyeshadow palettes, But, you know, you see what I'm saying? I need to try more from the brand, and I'd love to try these if they'll let me have one this time. So rude. If it comes here, it's easy to get. I'm excited about this. I am intrigued by the eyeshadows. It looks like something different. It looks very nice for spring and summer. This is rumoured to be coming wherever it's going this time, around the beginning of July. So we'll see. If it comes here and I can get it, I'd like that opportunity. But if not, money saved, you know, so it's win-win. So there you have it. Those are all of the new and upcoming launches that I'm keeping my beady eye on, that I'm thinking about, that I'm pondering, that I wake up in the morning dreaming of. Not really, not so much. Please let me know your thoughts on what you are excited to pick up, if anything, on this list, and what you are absolutely steering clear of. I beg of you, it's the nail polish. I beg you to steer clear of that, because the last thing I want to do is be like working in an office and everyone's on the phones with cheesy stinking nails. You know, please don't join that camp. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.